Hey there, everybody. Welcome to a new American Idol Arthur Gunn reaction. And this video, it's all about Take Me Home, Country Roads. I did not imagine we would be sitting here tonight discussing Arthur Gunn performing a John Denver cover, but here we are, and it was really, really good.
Yeah, and he put a really cool, and I mean, that's always the word I always end up using for him because it's just true. He's so cool, and he put a really cool reggae spin on this. I never thought I would hear this song sound like this, and it was everything I thought it could be.
Yeah, I loved it so much. When he said he was doing Take Me Home, Country Roads, I was kind of just like, what? I'll explain more as we get into this video, but before we dive in further, if you guys do like this video, give us a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, because later tonight we will discuss everybody on tonight's Idol, the elimination, all that good stuff. So be sure to come back then. But for now, I will say this from the get-go. I am not really a John Denver fan. I don't really find myself listening to Rocky Mountain High or any of these other songs that he tends to do. They're just far and away from kind of my own musical sensibility, but when Arthur Gunn does a John Denver song, I listen, especially when he turns it into something that is reggae and cool, like you said, and interesting.
Yeah, I mean, John Denver's not really in my wheelhouse of what I listen to either, but I would listen to this. It took a song that I wouldn't normally listen to and changed it into something that I really enjoyed. I liked the beat of it. I liked what he did with it. The style of it was really cool. I also just really liked getting to know him more and I get to see his family more and get to see his house more, and they're making all this food, which is making me hungry. And then I also like seeing him joking around with Bobby, and Bobby's like, oh yeah, so now you're showing that anybody can go out there and be Arthur Gunn. He's like, that is absolutely wrong. That's right. There is only one Arthur Gunn, and it is you.
I love that so much.
So funny.
Arthur Gunn is not going to be roped into your typical American Idol audition promo, Bobby. You can't get everyone to say, oh yeah, they can all be just like me. Everybody's different. Nobody has the same experience.
And we have not really seen somebody like Arthur on this show before. So can anybody come and be Arthur? No. Arthur tells it like it is.
I love Arthur.
He's so funny.
I like that he has a sense of humor, but I will say also that we've only seen 2 of these at-home performances so far this season, but from Arthur at least, this is my favorite of the 2. I think it was a nice evolution of pretty much everything that he did. Last time, I liked the staging of it, where it was kind of dark outside and he had the lighting kind of put on him in a really cool way. It was sort of like you were watching an outdoor show of his. I think that was done really, really well. I think his just vibe, the way that he kind of prepared himself, the way that he kind of moved, he did take the note about his eyes. His eyes were open throughout the performance.
Yeah, that was one of the things, obviously, that Katie's been kind of on him about. And I understand it. I like it when his eyes are open. He's a good-looking guy. He's got a great performance style about him. He's just a cool guy. So when he's making eye contact with people, it makes you just draws you into the song more and what he's singing. And you're like, yeah, man, I totally am into what you're doing. That being said, even when his eyes are closed, it doesn't matter. It really is about his voice, but I do like it better when his eyes are open. This was great.
His voice it cuts through, I think, in a really sort of interesting way, right into kind of your core, and I think some of that's probably because he believes what he is singing, which is very, very important for any artist, but I think he's also choosing songs that are very, very emotive, and he has such that earthy quality to him that he can make any song feel relatable. And there's a lot of people out there, especially who are Idol viewers, who probably grew up on Country Roads. And it doesn't really matter if you're talking about West Virginia, which is in the song, or a tiny town in Texas where I grew up, or somewhere as far away as Nepal. You can all kind of relate to that feeling, and I think he translated that so well.
The other thing that I really like about Arthur, and is the thing that I have liked about him since the beginning and why I just instantly became a fan of his, is that he can take different songs of different genres. I know he really likes bluegrass. I really like bluegrass. But seeing him then take, say, a Bob Marley song, which is then in a different, it's a more reggae, and then take this song, which is more country. He's able to take all these songs from all these different genres and make them his own and change them and kind of make them different and make it an Arthur Gunn special, which is something that not a lot of people can do. A lot of people are kind of like, okay, I'm just country, I'm going to stay in my lane, or I'm just whatever, this is all I can really do. And that's not the case with him. He makes it his own, but he'll pull from all these different genres. Is really cool.
The way I almost describe it is he's sort of an artist in that other, I think, singers or songwriters could really appreciate what he does with some of their music. I'd say, for example, his version of Have You Ever Seen the Rain earlier this season, which I know we both adore.
My favorite. You said it, just gave me goosebumps. I love that song.
I'm bringing you back to your happy place here for a second. But if I was somebody who was associated with CCR on some level, I would love that he's coming up with a creative interpretation of that song. And, if I'm a fan of John Denver, I would love that he is finding a way to extrapolate meaning from that and bringing it into something else and isn't just going up there and trying to do an emulation of John Denver. I mean, from all the John Denver fans that I know, I don't think they particularly appreciate someone who just goes up and tries to be sort of a sound-alike, because then there's no real identity. And I think John Denver, as a singer, he sings a lot about identity and nostalgia and trying to, find oneself, that I really think the creativity just pops off and he just sounds so different. Nobody else is doing reggae this season, we can guarantee that.
No, and he is doing things he is in his own lane this season in changing up arrangements and just changing the way songs are. He's taking songs that have been around for years, some of them for decades, and he's completely making it feel like it's modern. Have You Ever Seen the Rain? I've not been able to stop having that playing in my head. I loved it so much. It felt so new and so fresh, and I know that this is about this song tonight and John Denver, but still,
yeah,
I am stuck on that song. But it's more about that idea that he is able to do something like this, and nobody else is really doing that.
I'm so curious now to kind of learn if America is going to bestow upon Arthur now the same love that they did in getting him to the top 10. Mm-hmm. I think the fun thing with Idol sometimes is trying to telegraph when people are going to be called as safe, because when it got to kind of the halfway point of the show tonight, I was just sort of thinking, everyone knows Arthur is the favorite among a lot of people to win this show.
Yeah.
If they want there to be some drama at the very end and be like, oh, it's down to these couple of people, they're not going to put Arthur in that spot because everyone is just going to know.
Yeah, that's what I was saying when they were doing it into the, oh, you're in room A, B, or C.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in a room with Arthur? Well, come on, you're going through. If I was looking around and I saw Arthur sitting there, I'd be like, all right, this room is safe.
Yeah.
So it's true. Having him kind of go in the middle of the show, it's all right. He's going to go through.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know that he was going to go through. It's just, I still feel like he's the number one to win this show this year. It's just, for me, it's not close. There are some really talented people, and I'm not saying there isn't. I really like Francisco. I really like Just Sam. I mean, Julia killed it tonight.
Yeah.
But Arthur is just such a true musician in what he's doing and how he changes these arrangements and takes songs from all these different genres and makes them into something really special that is very uniquely him. Nobody else is doing that on a consistent basis like he is.
Well, here is where I'm going to get on the soapbox, or the Arthur box, if you will, and be to all the Arthur Gunn fans out there. Don't just assume that he's going to be safe because he's really, really good. Because I don't want a Pia Toscano situation from many, many idols ago. Don't get rid of a great singer far too soon. Be sure to still vote, support, do what you can to get him to the end of this show. I know we all want him to be our champion. If nothing else, I really want to hear what other songs he's going to do. It's not a super long season, so we really got to seize the moment while we have it. I think Arthur did seize the moment tonight, by the way. And we want to know what you thought about his Take Me Home Country Roads performance. So share in the comments, give us a like, subscribe, and you can support us further by checking the link in the description to the store. And we'll see you here next time.